Hey, family. I have been out of the uh my sequence. Just haven't been feeling uh like I have a lot of energy. After that whole eclipse, I know that was the beginning of the month, but it seems like it zapped my energy. And I was really forcing things to happen rather than just letting them happen. And I've learned in my experience when you push things like that, you are bound to have some kickback, i.e., you get sick, you get hurt, or, an accident happens. So I've just sort of kind of leaned in and released my foot off the accelerator pedal. Some cool things happened in the last couple of weeks since I've been with you is my sister and my niece, one of my nieces came down to visit. Not just me, but my mom. But it was a business slash personal experience in the sense that we had to complete some paperwork. And I am so glad to take that off my radar. It really helped me. And I think that's what was going on with me. My body was just, my cup was full. And when your cup is full, you can do nothing but bleed over into and spill over into other parts of your life. And I noticed what I was noticing. And I noticed that I don't have my energy, I don't have my spunk, I don't have my kick. And a lot of people were pulling uh on me for different things. Not so much in a negative thing. It was just a lot. And I was just like, no, no, no. That is a big accomplishment for me because usually I am always there. I am always doing. I am always that person to come through for you. And it's not that I'm just being some witchy poo or anything. I just listened to myself and I thought, no, I'm not going to do this at this moment right now. And so I didn't. And I just relaxed and I cleaned up and those things that you just don't do, that you say, oh, I got to do that, but you just don't do it for whatever reason. And so I started doing those little things and I thought, I can do these small steps and be consistent with it. Like cleaning out my bathroom towel pantry, I call it. All the stuff. I start looking at the things I have in my closet, in my, the pantry where, well, I don't have no hair anymore, but the hair products and the face products and the different lotions and the different soaps. And I'm just like, do I really have to have all this stuff? Now, some of it I organize so that I remember that I have it so that I can use it. But some of it I really just like, I'm getting rid of it, throwing out the old stuff. And if you look and they have that little container with the open and it says 24 months or 12 months, that means that's how long you're supposed to have it. It's like the expiration date. Yeah, y'all go through your closet and look for that. Um, and the reason I'm saying all of this is because when you clean up, and I know with the whole feng shui thing, when you are cleaning up, it helps to release things in your mind because it's not in there. Like, I got to do this, I got to do this, I got to clean this out, I got to throw this out, I got to. So as I come up, I used to try to wait to I get a nice bucket of stuff to take to Goodwill. When I get a little bit of box or a couple things, I take it up there because for me, that is a release and it helps me to breathe deeper. And when I breathe deeper and I'm releasing things, that means I have space and opening to fill it with things that I want to fill it with that's going to be purposeful or what I need to do. So I'm excited that those small little accomplishments, check, it's done. Last night, I went to an event for my sorority and it was fabulous. It was a little long, but it was fabulous. And I sat, I changed my seat twice. I came in, I sat down, and then I was told that that was for the parents or, the families of the young ladies who were going through this event. And I thought, okay. So I got up and I moved. No big deal. I mean, whatever. Don't sweat the small stuff, y'all. So I went and sat at another seat, and then I was like, is this a good seat? And they were like, well, actually, no. So I said, okay. And I went and sat next to this other young lady. And this is how you know Spirit is doing his thing. And I didn't even know. But the reason I started this whole Facebook Live, because you all know that this is not my jive. It's starting to be, and I'm realizing how I need to manipulate it. And I know that I got the clock ticking. I got a load of laundry in right over this wall. Hey, you just do it. I used to try to make things I'm not that person anymore. My metamorphosis. I am releasing it. I am releasing that. And that's part of my morphosis means to change, right? And Kemet was Kemet over here was when I went to what they call Egypt, but Kemet. And so by going to Egypt, Kemet, you make a change. And so a group of us came up with this name, and it has stuck. I went in 2000, y'all. And so for 24 years, I have really been trying to seek out how I can change something about myself to do it better. One of those things, being the youngest, was like, you're always catered to, right? And so stepping up and taking mom in was a no-brainer. But it also meant I had to change in so many ways, um, to step into that caregiver role, to step into that role switching. And I wasn't ready, but when will you ever be ready? And so my favorite movie is, I'm not sure which of the uh, Harrison Ford movies it is, but when he is struggling to deal with he's actually trying to get to the other side of this huge abyss. And that is the only way out. Of course, people are coming at him from behind, and so he has to make a decision. And in that decision, it was I got to step. What do I jump to my death? What do I do? And when his belief of it can happen, he took that first step. And when he took that first step, a glass footing appeared. He didn't see any other way. But when he took that first step, all the resources for him was stepping onto that glass plate. And it became a glass bridge for him to traverse the abyss. I have always, you watch a movie and something always sticks in your head. I have always, always, always loved that movie and that particular portion of the movie, because I can't even tell you what movie it's from. I just know it's a Harrison Ford in search of the Holy Grail, whatever it is. Indiana Jones, that's his character. And it just resonated with me that whenever I get stuck, whenever I feel like there's no way out, whenever I feel like there's no other path, just take that first step. And when you take the first step, as hard, woo, as it is, it opens up other possibilities. So for me, stepping into the caregiver role, I thought it was going to be sort of simple. Wasn't counting on the medical issues that were happening. Wasn't counting on mom having a stroke. Well, was just counting on mom being here. But I have grown and I have learned so much. And I realized that I need to share this with people. That's why I'm doing this. And when I'm absent from this, I miss it. But I think, what do I have of worth to share next? So in the beginning, I wanted to just throw things at you all. And I saw how you used and needed it. And so back to my story of last night. My final seat happened to be right in front of the stage. I mean, I could have sat closer, but it was on the outskirts. And I didn't really want that. I wanted to be front and center. That's me, the egghead, always sitting in the front row. But the front 2 rows were taken, and so I sat in the 3rd row, but pretty much center. And I sat next to this young lady, and we were talking and giggling and just comparing notes of things that we saw. And it wasn't until the very end that I shared that I walked away from my job as an educator. I'm a caregiver for my mom. And she said, "Me too." So this is a different Me Too, right? 'Cause we had all that other craziness that was going on, the Me Too campaign, I call it. Well, this is also a Me Too because people who were born in the 60s, I'm late 60s, 66. If you still have your parents here and they are ailing in health or needing your help, I never had a child, but I would imagine you have to put your life to the side once you have a child. I saw that in my mother. I saw that when my father passed away when I was 5 years old, and mom had to switch roles and she had to take it on. She wasn't ready for it. She didn't ask for it, but she had to do it. And myself and my sister are the product of her putting her best foot forward. I'm getting a little sentimental right here. There were no excuses. She gave us the world. And that's what I have to do. I had to put what Tammy wants aside for now. Woo, that came out of nowhere, y'all. Because I just put myself, I was digging through some old pictures and I just put myself in her shoes. Actually, today, she told me I was doing something. She said, "Today's my wedding anniversary." I said, "Wow, Mom." They did not celebrate their 10th wedding anniversary because it was in April and my dad died in March. So, you're married for 10 years, you have 2 young girls. What you gonna do? She made the choice to go back to school. She made the choice that we were not going to want for anything. And anything that was going on, I didn't know. We didn't know. It was continuous love in our house. And I just so admire her for doing that because she didn't have to do that. She could have shacked up with some guy or had some guy take us in or whatever. That was not an option for her. She chose not to do that. And so, layering that with my whole Indiana Jones thing is whenever I need anything, all I have to do is pray, put it in my vision, set my intention on what it is that I want, and let it go. The people show up, the resources show up, the money shows up. And that is a humbling, humbling, humbling experience. So this person said that they were a caregiver and she said she was struggling with some things. And I said, that's interesting that we're sitting next to each other. It's not by chance that this is the seat that I ended in because otherwise I would never have met you. And so I can help her. And by helping her, that just makes me all googly because I helped somebody who needed it. And I know how it was when I started. I had not a clue. I went to the senior services resource, which is a book I shared with y'all Mine is like toe up from the flow up because I dog eared that thing. I underlined it. I had notes all over it because that is what got me through. Then I was introduced to the Caregiver College through the Maya Angelou um, Center for Health Equity, or the MACA. I learned so much. I thought I knew. I didn't. I got books to read and read other people's story. And I thought, I need to make a way for others to come and who come behind me because I was fortunate enough to be able to step away. Wasn't ready to step away from teaching. Well, sort of I was physically, mentally, but financially, no. But when will it ever be the right time? But I made the decision that this is what I wanted to do. And I'm figuring it out. I didn't know anything about Facebook. I gotta go pick mom up from church. So I just am putting this out here. I'm fortunate to be able to go, and I'm taking mom because she has a friend down in Texas. We're going to go to Texas, and we're going to stay for about 7 days. So it's sort of a break for me, sort of. But you know how it is before you travel. You got to clean stuff that's been sitting there unclean for forever, but all of a sudden you got to clean. I said, well, I need to just travel all the time because then I can keep my house clean and have people over. Which, incidentally, summertime's coming and I will start doing a game night because that's something that I love to do. You can laugh, you can just connect with people. And if you look forward to it, it's fun. We play games all the time. It takes your mind off of what you got going on. And you can connect with people because we all are going through it. There's no sense in holding that stuff in because that causes disease. And I can get into that. Like, I know that way too much. But get into a pattern of taking care of you. And if it's game night, if it's movie night, if it's sleep night, if it's no therapy, no shopping therapy, but take care of just you. And the reason I say the shopping therapy, I mean, you do what you want to do, but that shopping therapy get you in trouble, can stress you out. And who gonna take care of all that stuff to clean out your house when it's that time? I'm trying to purge. So um, I'm excited that I'm in my 32nd week of writing what I am grateful for. And I do extend it to cover different sectors of my life, relationship, um, what I want to do, my own personal growth, my health. Yeah. So I sort of pinpoint because that helps me grow too. And what is it that areas I want to work on? And again, I am humbled to be here. I am humbled to serve you. Um, y'all know I'm just raw. I'm just real. That's all I can be. That's all I can be. And by me being real, I hope I'm helping you to be real, to let go of some things, or just to notice what you're noticing, things that you're not liking, or why keep holding on to that stuff? It's not serving you. Use that space, that energy that you are directing to something that's possibly harming you in some capacity. Use it to grow. Read a book. Learn a new language. Yeah. Love y'all. Kisses. Gotta go do something else. But I don't mind.